back to Talking Lead. This is episode 78.
And wait for it.
Where's the rest?
Wait for it.
There it is.
Poof. Or,
oh Lord, not again. So we're finally recovered from the hangover of the Welcome Back to Sam.
Yeah.
/ don't drink and talk.
Apparently some people don't learn their lesson.
Mm-mm. Yeah, because you just cracked another one open. So that's American beer. I mean,
It's red, white, and blue.
Pabst Blue Ribbon is too, but
Yeah.
that one's got a flag on it and everything.
I know it.
Nice.
New
I'm not
can
drinking this
by
week.
Beadweiser.
Somebody's got to be the designated talker.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm not
our guest
drinking.
is driving me today, so
Okay, nice.
we're covered.
And the sound you heard at the beginning of that was a javelin being shot, which is absolutely badass.
And it just so happens we have it here in studio.
We do. You walked in with it. I was like, holy.
I told you I had a surprise for you today.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And we'll introduce you to our guest that actually shot it here in a second. What'd you do? Did you do anything with guns this week?
What did I do with guns this week? I cleaned a few. I've got a transaction. You want to call it a transaction? A deal? Whatever. On my Remington R1.
You're getting rid of it?
Maybe. I got a guy that wants to do some trading for a Glock 27.
You don't have to act anymore. You said maybe just like you did in the 100th video. You're like, maybe.
Maybe. Maybe. Anyway, I've been wanting a 27 for a while.
Mm.
So he offered a pretty good deal, so I'm going to go check it out, and we'll see.
Nice.
We'll see about it. But it's hard to get rid of that R1, man. I love it.
That was your first 1911.
It was. It was my first 1911, and then I since got several after that.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it won't be too hard to let go of if the deal's sweet enough.
Nice. I've been hunting down a VP9.
A VP9.
The new HK.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope Glock's not listening.
All right,
But
Plinkster.
I've heard rumors that it's the real deal. It's the quality of HK with the functionality of Glock, but it doesn't have the crazy grip angle, which I'm used to in Glock. Don't get me wrong. I like Glocks. I enjoy them. I've learned to shoot them, but when I
You're
first
saying
got
Glock has a crazy grip angle?
Mm-hmm.
They ain't got no crazy. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I do.
What's crazy about it?
It's more slanted. You're like kind of... I mean, I like it now that I'm comfortable with it. But
Fits my hand perfect.
When you first go... Yeah, but you started on Glock handguns.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't... I started with that Desert Eagle Mr. 40.
Yeah,
So
which
it had
was
a
a
more straight up
knockoff
and
of
down.
the Walther.
PP or P99.
Well, not knockoff, but it's the same gun. It's just they
Yeah.
took over the
Yeah.
manufacturing of it. See, I don't like those grips because it's like got a big hump in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think that's what I like about it because with my big hands, it's
Yeah.
easier. I don't know because we've talked to Hickok about it too. He likes the more straight up and down, and then Plinkster, he's got big hands.
Well, he's a HK guy anyway.
Because of the grip angle. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love Glock, but I want to check that.
Hey,
thing.
variety's
It
the
looks
spice of
badass.
life, man.
Heck yeah.
I say go for it. Are you going to trade for it or what?
Yeah, I think so. Probably trade. It'll be a down payment. But that's the other cool thing about it. It's not a $1,200 HK. The MSRP is $700, so you know they'll go for around $650,
Yeah.
something like that.
Plus, talk to some of our people who, depending on who you get it from, might be able to trade a little something.
Striker fired. One of the places I went was a new gun shop in Belmead, which for those of y'all that don't know, Belmead, Tennessee is highfalutin. It's fancy. Belmead's it's like its own. It's where Al Gore lives.
I thought there was that. What's that music college?
Belmont.
Belmont. It's not
Belmont's
Belmead.
over by Vanderbilt.
Oh, okay.
No, Belmead is like the Belmead Mansion.
You said tell I don't mix with that crowd.
Anyways, so I went out there. It's called Nashville Gun and Knife. Come find out, you know the guy I went dove hunting with last year?
Yeah, the video
He
you
and-
posted.
Yeah, he and some of his partners opened this up.
Really?
Yeah, so I went out there, talked to them. We may be going out and recording the show from their grand opening.
They wanna
so.
do
But they've got a Beretta room. Like Beretta contacted
You
them.
can talk anytime you want.
okay.
Baby.
Yeah, you can.
If you want to
you can
interject,
pipe in.
interject.
You don't have to be.
seriously.
He's over here waving at us and
Let's
giving
go ahead and
hand
introduce
gestures.
him.
I was just
Real
saying,
quick.
I want to tag along with the dove.
No, go for it, man.
So, Tanner, introduce yourself. Tell our listeners who you are, what you do,
gotta
what you
be,
did.
like, right on it. Almost giving the damn thing a job.
It's like the workout this
I
morning.
didn't know I came over here to
Did you
blow
shake
your
weight
mic.
it? You shake weighted it this morning?
I simulated the shake weight.
Oh God.
All about buddy program. My name's Tanner. brain dead, either one. All my buddies call me that. I did 4 years as a Marine, 0352 anti-tank missileman gunner, infantry. It's just the poke terminology for a grunt, basically.
And that's kind of alluding to what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
Welcome in, buddy.
Thank you.
And he's also my unofficial trainer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we've been training together.
He calls me a bitch a lot.
Really?
I think it's the
Wait a minute. I
opposite.
thought you're this one that's supposed to
I
call
know.
him a bitch a lot.
We just work out together.
It's just one of those relationships.
You know my personality.
He's just trying to make it sound better than it is.
Is it one of those things where he comes in to get the advice from you, and then by the end of the workout, he's telling you how it should be done?
No, it's more or less he takes off half of everything I do and then complains about it.
Nice.
You're twice my weight, though.
That's true.
So I'm 180, and were you like 230?
260, buddy.
Okay, well,
All right. Do you have any
There
method
you go.
for big, tall guys like me to get bigger? I get stronger.
Oh, yeah.
I can lift and
You
get
talking about your arm size or fat?
arms
'Cause,
and
I mean,
legs.
fat's easy. Just
That's
eat a lot.
easy. I've got that down pat.
this right here takes care of that.
I can go up 100 pounds in my bench, 300 pounds in my squat, and I still have pencil legs. My chest is like it is now, and it's
these workouts
just
that
the
we're
link.
doing, man.
Everybody
More
tells
than
me it's the
welcome
link.
to come and hang out with us one day.
But I don't want injectables.
No.
Well, maybe.
Just pick up every thing in the gym that's heavy and smash it.
Okay.
Just like in the video.
Yeah. One-handed.
I don't know about that.
So you know how hard I was training for the Tough Mudder?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
No.
I hooked up with this guy after.
You weren't.
You
12-inch
saw the
curls.
weight I was
I'm
losing.
kidding.
12-inch curl. Day.
Yeah, 12-inch curls all day. But since I've got in with him, which is about 2 weeks now, 3
Yeah.
weeks we've been working out, I can already tell arms are getting bigger, my chest is getting bigger. You even
Air
made a
lats
comment the
are-
other
Do you
day.
really
about
have to molest them like that?
it. They feel so good.
You know, most guys will like flex them and pound them. You like grabbed them and caressed them
Well,
and
that's
squeezed
how I do
them
my
tight.
gun reviews too. You know, these are.
You Vanna Whited your tits.
What did Sam say? Is there a vet in the?
Yeah, because the pythons are
'Cause
sick.
the pythons are
Yeah,
sick. Yeah.
okay.
Garden snake.
Yeah.
I'm working on the pythons. But anyway,
So
we digress.
back to Nashville Gun and Knife. They've got a Beretta, not a full-blown Beretta gallery like we went to Dallas, but Beretta contacted them. They're making a whole, it's probably twice the size of the leg quarters here. That's all Beretta, and they've got the high-end, over-under shotguns side by side.
You get the all fancy engraving and all that going on.
They've got some
Custom
knives
butt
in there,
stocks.
and it's Bell Mead, so you expect to have high-end stuff.
Yep.
The knives in there, like they're up $3,000.
What?
But they're freaking dinosaur bone and freaking.
Is that legal?
I guess they're like the knife
Yeah.
is regular, carbon steel, whatever. But then the handle's dinosaur bone, and
Well,
then
I would
one
think
is
since they're already dead and extinct, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's not like you're
They're not
you're not
hunting them down
poaching
and killing them.
dinosaurs. I don't think
Brain dead.
TWRA is going to
PETA's
show
going to
up.
leave that one alone.
You can't kill the dinosaurs. I'm going to pour dinosaur blood on me.
Let's protest at the front of Lejeune.
Yes.
Instead of tiger blood, we got dinosaur blood in us.
Yeah.
So we need to go check them out. Yeah,
Yeah, they're awesome. Good guys up there.
I want to see a $3,000 knife, dude.
They're amazing.
I want to see
looking.
what a $3,000
But
knife
I
looks
would,
like.
I would have it, and I'd put it in like a alarmed glass case. I
I
would
think
never
that's the
carry
whole
it or
purpose of
anything.
them
Yeah.
is display. It's all right. Look what I can afford, and you can't.
But as
I can
far
afford
as
to buy dinosaur bones.
But the cool thing is, they've got the high end stuff like that, but on their guns, like their Glocks, their SIGs, their prices are good, just like everybody else. It's not like they gouge people, but they do have high end stuff that is naturally.
Yeah, they're going to
cost
carry the higher price stuff that your normal gun shop's not going to carry, like a dinosaur bone.
more. Yo, like Saddle Shop's not going to carry that stuff.
You never know, she might.
She'll transfer it in.
All right, so let's do our jack wagon.
Hoorah, Semper Fi, do or die, hold 'em high at 8th and I. It is time for the talking lead jack wagon of the week, so brace yourself, baby.
So this week, it's kind of an amusing jackwagon. I don't really want to throw them under the bus too hard because they're trying to promote gun sales for Gander Mountain, and it's just do your research, and it's kind of calling
Or
back to
get
our
your
media.
spokesman, get somebody who knows what they're talking about.
I was listening. Actually, I take that back. My dad was listening to 95.5. It's a Nashville radio station, WSM, one of the most famous country stations in the world.
Help promote.
Yeah. Hey, have us on WSM. Promote us. Let's do a
like
cross
that's
promotion.
going to happen.
Anyways, especially
That
after
Jerry
this.
House?
Especially after this.
Well, Jerry House doesn't do it anymore, does he? But isn't that what he used to be on, Jerry House? And
I think so.
House?
I think they go both ways. No pun intended.
So they did a commercial for Gander Mountain, and the DJ goes, says a few things. We got new guns in. We've even got the new SIG 9mm, and it comes in 40 and 45.
The new SIG 9mm that comes in 40 and 45.
Yep.
It's a triple
attachable
barrel.
It's you just shipped it.
That's actually brilliant. No, it's not.
It's like the triple barrel shotgun.
It's kind of like a sorry, not sorry. That's brilliant. No, it's
No.
not.
It's really not. No, so they need to learn their advertising terminology a little bit, or maybe the guy who edited it, maybe he jacked it up.
That's true. That could be it too.
I think we should call them out. I think we should call them up and say, "Look, guys,
I get that out. I
And how-
couldn't talk.
how much that cost? What are you chewing today?
That's what she
The
said.
Apple plug.
Oh, you still doing the plug?
Oh.
Is that the same one? Did you get
That's
another
the one I gave you last week.
Oh, okay.
You want some?
I want it so bad, but I quit like a year ago.
Well, I
did too.
had quit. I'd quit 6 years ago, and this dipweed got me going again.
Dipweed, pun intended.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Questions we ask everybody.
Oh God.
Yeah. How did you originally get into firearms?
Actually, my grandfather, he is a Green Beret, and he was in Vietnam, Desert Storm, Desert Shield. I guess just like hearing the war stories from him in his drunken state.
He
always-
drank a little bit, did he?
Yes, yeah.
Your grandfather was in Desert Storm, Desert Shield. You were freaking young, aren't
And
you?
I
Vietnam.
am. You have no idea.
Oh my god.
No, he said Vietnam and all.
Yeah,
He was in all
Vietnam,
those.
Desert Storm,
but
and
still,
Desert Shield.
that makes you pretty dang young if that's your grandpa. Because my dad was in Vietnam.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
in my 20s.
Tanner is young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only did 4 years in the Marines, man. I mean, did my time and got out.
I get old. I feel older every time we have these young guys on. Anyways,
Thanks.
so got into firearms.
So, my grandfather, he has like a raging
Hard on?
hard-on, basically. I don't know if I could say that on here or not.
Yes.
He has a raging hard-on.
You can say anything you can say on TV, on regular TV, cable TV.
On HBO.
No,
You can say
you can say whatever you want, but
But
then
we're
I
gonna
gotta
bleep it out.
Challenge-
The poll's still out there, listeners. Should we bleep or not?
challenge
Did we poll
accepted.
that?
We said it one day when Chad was on, Chad Hoover, because
We
he was
never-
just rolling with it.
We never polled it though, did we?
We didn't pull it,
officially-
but we said, hey, this is a good time to ask our listeners, should we bleep stuff out or not?
we need to post it on Facebook.
He's going, why the hell did I come on the show today? I've said like,
I told Left Hand that you just give me some beer and I'll just go with the flow of things.
so he was,
So yeah, my grandfather was a Green Beret.
Mm-hmm.
He did his, I want to say, 11 years
wow.
as a Green Beret, and then he got out and went Navy Reserves. And yeah, he went from hardcore to
Interesting.
like the. Hope I don't offend your listeners, but to the most non-hardcore. And then
Trust me, we've had SEALs that go at Green Berets. We've had Green Berets that go at
Yeah.
Force Recon. We've had Force Recon. That,
And everybody goes at Air Force.
yeah, hey.
got to pack a bag sometime.
Oh,
And then he did that, and then he worked for the VA, of course. But so he did his full 20. And when I got home, like when I was born and raised, I was raised on a farm, of course. So a shotgun was the first thing thrown at me when I was 7. And of course, I was scared out of my mind because I didn't know. And it was a 12 gauge single barrel breakdown. I still have the gun to this day. I'm not gonna lie. Like I think I cried because I was 7 and was afraid it was gonna hurt.
yeah.
And then I shot it. We were shooting skeet.
Mm-hmm.
We were shooting skeet, and I hit my first shot. And from there on, I love guns. And
Nice.
I've always been about it.
What was the first gun you ever had?
My personal is a BB gun count.
Counts as a gun, but not a firearm.
You said gun.
Well, work your way up. So BB gun, what was it?
I think it was what was the
Red Rider?
Red Rider, the little pump ones.
Air pump?
Air pump. Yeah.
Okay.
I did pump it like 7 times. You know,
What was your first firearm?
my first firearm would have been let's say a 12 gauge Browning.
Wow. 12 gauge is a young age, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
The shotgun you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what that is? Is that what you brought today?
That's a muzzleloader.
Oh, okay. Muzzler. We'll talk about that later. Obviously, we know you got some military. You haven't done any law enforcement. Tell us,
No, sir.
go in a little more detail about your military.
I did 2 tours to Afghanistan, 7 months apiece, 2011 and 2013. I just got back in August of last year.
What unit were you in?
2.8.
Isn't that what Marcus was in?
Was he? Do you know,
You know
Marcus Fox?
What company? No, I was in weapons.
Show him a
company,
picture.
man. I'd have to see. Yeah, I mean, it was one of them things. There's 1,000 dudes in a battalion, so
Yeah. He's a country music singer.
okay. He was with 2.8.
Probably about your age. I think he's. Let me.
2.8, 3.8, 1.8.
I think he might be a couple of years older than you.
Oh, that's August.
He
last
was there
year.
in 2011 too. I think.
Okay, that was a rough time. I was in Marja, Southern Providence. I trained my entire workup as a gunner for the Sabre vehicle, which is a tow missile.
Tell us about that. I mean, we don't.
The Sabre system.
Yeah. We're getting into big guns today, guys.
Yeah, we bring the big dick to the fight.
There you go.
So, and that's our terminology, sorry.
Sure.
But no, the Sabre system is.
And I'm going to leave that in. So let's clarify. The big guy named Richard.
The big dick. So there was a guy named
So-
Richard in your battalion. Okay.
Yeah, the big dick.
Because you can say dick as long as you're talking about Richard.
Or a person.
You can say pussy as long as you're holding a cat.
That cat we've got over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
The one you just let down.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well, Richard set on top of my vehicle. There's 7 different types of missiles for him. They're reloadable. You like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're reloadable. It's a process, but it can consist of like 5 different components. There's the TU, depending on if it's on a truck mount or ground mount.
And TU is acronym for.
Traversing unit,
Okay.
and that's what you control the system with. Like, how
We're
you
not
aim with it.
experts. We don't claim to be experts.
Yeah,
we bring the experts in. So.
I'm not claiming it either. No. But so that the traversing unit is what the grips are attached to, so you can adjust to, and that's where the triggers are basically.
And this is on what kind of vehicle?
Now this is the weapon system itself.
Okay, just the system itself.
Yeah. So if I were to put it on my truck, we just have the traversing unit with the TAS, which is the target acquisitioning system, and then you have the launch tube, and then all your cords and the FCS, which is the fire control subsystem. Basically, all that combined, the launch tube, all that is combined, makes the Sabre system. Depending on what type of missile, it's the one that can reach out and touch somebody. Besides,
So
already,
you've got versatile missiles that you can put in there.
yeah, and it's wire guided too. So there's a little copper wire that's actually attached to the back of your missile the entire time.
What?
Swear to God.
That's a long ass
Yeah.
wire.
Like the TOW Alpha, it's the one that goes the furthest. It actually flies over the tank. So you shoot over the tank, and it has 2 warhead missiles that are aiming down. So your tank sits here. The missile, like if everybody gets a chance, go to YouTube and look up like a TOW Alpha versus a T-72, which is a Soviet Union tank. Amazing. It does slow motion and everything. It flies over top of it, and right here, right over top of it, it shoots the 2 warheads down. And that Monroe effect that we talked about last week, which is where a copper cone is inside the missile with the warhead behind it, the reverse cone. So when it blasts, something about it flash temperature of the copper, which is like one of the hottest metals, and it actually can put a softball-sized hole in a tank, which combined with the pressure is what makes the tank blow up.
Wow.
And you go over the top of them because that's where they're the weakest. Right?
That's just with that one missile.
Yeah.
The other ones you want to put right in the side of the damn thing.
It'll go through that armor
Yeah,
on the
dude,
side.
like
of 'em.
nothing.
Holy crap!
That's
Butter.
why they use copper. Yeah, butter.
He's butter.
Butter.
But they actually had a video. I wish I could find it because
Like
I
my
would love
mom
to show
says,
you guys. They had a goat inside of a tank with a video. And it's like the goat sitting there, and it's just like going by and like walking in circles inside this little tank
Doing
hole.
what now? It just goes back.
Exactly. And it's just going inside in circles in this tank, and next thing you know, it's just like red. Death.
Wow.
It's like ash.
That's crazy.
That might get Pete on her ass.
Nah.
So when it comes to pop culture type stuff, movies, TV shows, video games, magazines, books, whatever the hell you want to pick. If it involves firearms, what's your go-to? What's your favorite?
I'd say like honestly war movies, but since I got back, like I hate the sound.
Yeah.
It messes with you, it like tweaks you a little bit. But yeah, I'd say movies like go to like the most recent movie. I don't know, can I say movies on here?
Yeah.
The most recent movie is Lone Survivor.
Yeah.
The sound effects in that movie alone are the most realistic sound effects I've ever heard.
The roughest one for me in that movie is when he breaks his back on the tree falling down the mountain, and you just hear this. Oh,
Just the whole mountain scene where they're
falling down the
constantly
mountain.
It's
falling.
rough. Like
It's
that's
like, oh my god!
the time when he's talking to his buddy. It's just, I mean, I hit an IED down Route Urbana, which is one of the in Southern Providence. I can get into more of that if y'all like. the sound effects, because like that is like a memory for me.
Really?
And like when that RPG hit that rock beside him, I have a freaking sound bar with a bass behind me.
Yeah.
And I was watching it on that, and
Oh,
like
wow.
I came out of my seat
jumped.
because it started. Like I just was like, oh god.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was probably the most realistic scene for me. But yeah, like the movies are what I go to. Like Lone Survivor is one of my favorites out there right now.
What about music? I know you're into. You and Zeke will probably talk days on this, but he's into the real hardcore music.
Oh, hell
kinda.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like him now. I mean, I liked him before.
Thanks.
But
Yeah,
No, I mean I listen to like the heavy metal when I'm working out
Slipknot?
and things like that. Yeah, yeah.
Lamb of God?
Come on. Yeah, dude, what are you talking about? That's my workout mix. But
that's
Lamb
what's
of-
got me to the next level. Is he's got me.
Put him on Lamb of God's live album, Philadelphia.
okay.
That is like my freaking workout. I'll just stick it on
I
random
will
shuffle.
lift the gym off
Yeah.
the ground on
Yeah.
that mix.
Yes.
Have you ever seen the movies Extract?
Extras.
got Jason Bateman.
Yes, yeah.
The guy that works in his factory, that's the heavy metal guy. This is the dick of God or something like that. Is it God's dick? No, that's what it is. Their band is called God's Dick.
No, I liked Lamb of God because like that one song, Omerta.
Yeah.
You can't understand a word they're saying
Yeah.
like, the entire time.
Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah, and that one's on Philadelphia too, the live version. That's the best live album I've ever heard, any genre of music, just because it's perfection the entire way through. There's no screw ups. There's no. I mean, it's good. Anyways,
What I like working out with him is there'll be some jackwagon that goes up and changes the music to these boy band bull.
like Sam, Kesha.
Kesha's amazing.
Kesha, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, he was like, I listened to y'all's last segment and like
Yeah.
the Kesha part, I was in tears, man, because I was like, dude, that is so realistic. Like, y'all have no idea. And of course, like, you're in there like just doing some of the funkiest, stupidest dance, like the drunk girl white dance up front. You know what I mean? Like just straight up. Only you're holding 60s in your hands while you do it. Like,
Or in our case,
It gets you
20s.
some movements you
say.
don't normally do.
yeah, exactly.
But anyway, he'll just walk in there and change the music. He'll just walk up and go like
Jeez.
record skips, and he'll throw the Lamb of God or whatever the hell y'all talking about on. I don't
Asking
know what it's called.
Alexandria. I mean,
So I
that's a
just
decent
have
one.
headphones in this. Go to town. Can't hear anything else that anybody's playing.
There you go. So the next one is, and we're going to modify this a little bit. Is there a gun that you've, or firearm, or piece of equipment that you've been issued that you're ashamed to admit to owning or having to use,
Or owned.
or owned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not necessarily issued. I mean, you could have bought a pink Kel-Tec one.
But that's why I went to issued too. Because
Oh, okay.
what kind of bullshit they get issued?
Oh, well,
I'd like
gosh.
to hear this.
We
9mm
should have asked
Beretta.
that to all our
I know.
9mm Beretta.
We're going to
9mm
modify it.
Beretta.
Oh, James Yeager.
Yeah, the 9mm Beretta definitely was the one I was issued that I could not stand.
And I was talking to somebody. Actually, it was the guy at Nashville Gun and Knife, because I was talking about the 92 or the M9 military and how crappy it was. He goes, "Well, that's because it's the military issue one." He goes, "The 92 FS isn't bad." And we've had a lot of people say that's their favorite gun on the show, but they didn't have the military issue one. They had
Well, the military issue one, like the bad thing with it is like so many people use it, and they use it for like ranges. And they don't issue them for ranges; they just
Right.
hand them out, you know, and then grab them at the end, make sure the numbers match up, and then you leave.
Yeah.
But when you deploy, they just hand them out like candy,
Yeah.
and they're like, basically, yeah, like if you're a team leader, here's a gun, here's a gun, here's a gun.
You're good. Take
Yeah,
it.
basically. They're like the turret gunners. They want all them to have pistols in case, you know, like something were to happen or somebody was trying to climb over top of the truck. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can just put it on their chest.
Because that's been one that I've been wanting to get for a while, and ever since we've been hearing the mixed stories on them, I've kind of
Something about the barrel,
moved it down my list.
because it's like they say it's kind of like has a little bit of movement in it, and it like the more it gets worn, the more that barrel actually moves. You can put it in a vise and mount it where it won't move. Fire 5 rounds, and all 5 rounds will be in different spots.
Jeez.
Has there ever been a gun that you used to have that you wish you had back?
The Sasser 50
Really?
cal sniper rifle.
Nice.
That thing, you shoot it and you just feel it through your whole body. I don't
Now,
know.
you own that one?
No.
Oh, that was just one you
That was
used
one
in
that
the-
was issued
gotcha.
to me because, like, you know, obviously I can't afford that damn gun, but
Yeah, yeah. There's a video coming out of me shooting a integrally suppressed 50 cal that Red Jacket made.
okay.
Oh my gosh,
It's almost majestic, like the bald eagle in flight being jacked off by the Statue of Liberty. You know, like there's something about it. So
perfect. What's next on your bucket list of guns?
next on my bucket list is the what is it? The Rampage.
The Rampage.
Yeah, that's like one of the strongest guns out there. It's a
Rifle, handgun?
yeah, it's a rifle.
Huh.
I can't remember what caliber it was, but I heard my buddy talking about it, man. And I was like, I just want to shoot it.
Oh,
Like,
you're
that's-
talking about the one that's bigger than the 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something about it, man. Like that is like
What is that called?
I just want to shoot it and say I did it. You know,
Yeah.
like just let me.
And I don't
touch
even
it.
think it's mass produced. I think it's
No.
all prototype stuff.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
they said it'll put you on your ass like in a heartbeat.
Now, the sound we played at the beginning of the show was you shooting a javelin, and we're going to post that on YouTube here pretty soon, so y'all can see it. Javelins are pretty damn cool.
They're like I get like a raging hard on for them. Honestly, in my opinion, man. Like,
That's the second thing you get one for.
hey, dude, you'd be surprised. That and like Armor ID, something about it, man, just intrigues me.
Just the whole fact that you go from the old shoulder-mounted RPGs,
Yep.
that the bad guys are using,
Which
now.
is a rocket, by the way, not a missile.
Yeah, well, still, I mean,
Difference.
it's the same.
There's two motors for a missile. There's
Right.
one motor for a rocket.
Well, I'm talking
I
thought
know.
process.
I know.
But
Any
you know-
missileman out there will be highly offended if you call them a rocket man. There's something about it. I don't know why. Rocket missile, like.
Well, probably
Well,
because the guy who
shoulder-mounted
sings
projectiles that are explosive. Let's say that.
Rocket Man. Elton John.
Where you just point and shoot, and you
Yeah.
got like a little peep sight, and then now you've got stuff where you got a freaking computer screen heads-up display,
And like
you point
tracking track gates.
Yeah.
They follow your target.
and it just takes off, and it hits what you aim at.
Basically,
and how
yeah.
far? What's the range of it?
Everybody RUs. So like, if any of my buddies ever listening on this, it's between 22 and 2,400 meters.
Wow,
So I mean,
So
they get out
almost a
there and
mile?
touch somebody. Damn near, yeah,
Yeah.
right at it.
wow. Because miles what 36,
Yeah,
something like
Almost
that. 30,
Ish.
3 something.
Well, just add
Kilometers?
ish. You're always
Yeah.
right if you put ish on the end of
Yeah,
it.
Ish.
there you go. But that
That's a
thing's
catch-all.
cool. And was that that wasn't the only time you shot one, was it?
That was my first one I ever shot.
really?
Right there. Yeah, dude.
Nice.
That was my cherry. Got it popped out of the way. I was
Nice.
ready to go.
They got you hooked on that one.
Oh, dude. Because that's a missileman's dream is to get to shoot a javelin.
Yeah.
And like only a rare few get to shoot it. And like my battalion was like, all right, you picked one of the most senior dudes to pick it. And it was me, my buddy Ryan, who's actually still in. He's with 2-8 Weapons Company, Map 2. If I can get that out of the way. And
Throw it out.
he
Throw your gang signs out there. What
he
you
got
got
to shoot the second one. And then another friend of mine shot the third one. And that was the first time 2-8 got javelin missiles in a
Really?
minute, man. Like, yeah, it was a long time. Something about it. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because they're wireless.
Yeah.
And that missile is the same cost as a small size family home, a single family home. I'm not kidding. So
Per
it's like
missile,
that was
yeah.
$100,000 downrange.
Wow.
Or it's a nice Lamborghini.
Yeah. What's crazy is when they launch, it almost looks like you missed and they're about to hit the
It
ground,
has
and then they just take
a
off.
pre-flight motor,
Yeah.
which basically just gets it out of the tube.
That's
Right.
what would help people relate more to the cost of these missiles and stuff.
Yeah.
Is that they actually shot like a Lamborghini out of this. It's like, okay,
I'm seeing a video idea. Who's going to fund it, though?
Who's gonna-
Not
Maybe we
us.
get
Put a
Lamborghini to
Lamborghini on the front
to
of my missile
sponsor
and just in the video.
Paint one on there.
Yeah.
Put a sticker.
Yeah,
So what's your bucket list? What's your next gotta have? Did you just do that?
yeah,
Yeah,
we-
that's cool, though. You can ask it
So-
again. See if it changes.
Well, let's rewind.
There's
I
the
went to pee.
rampage.
We're done with questions. We were talking
Yeah.
about the Javelin video.
Okay.
No.
Cool.
Welcome back.
Your Freedom American Ale is getting to you.
But the Javelin is
Eagle
like
piss.
by far the
Yeah.
coolest system. It's wireless, so when that missile actually shoots out of the tube, it's guiding itself.
Yeah.
The seeker head on the end of it. Oh God, no pun. Come on, guys.
When my missile shoots out of the tube,
Drink.
it guides itself too, and the head on it is
The heat-seeking moisture, purple helmeted heat-seeking moisture missile.
Yogurt slinging. What's it? Yogurt slinging. I can't remember the name of it.
baby batter shooter.
That's it. Baby gravy. But yeah, once it shoots out of that missile, it guides itself.
Yeah,
That the head on it is the most expensive part
really.
because that's like a sight. So like after
Yeah, because you were saying
Yeah.
after you look through the site, you're
after
actually
you
seeing what the
lock
missile
your track gates on the target,
Uh-huh.
and you click seeker mode.
Does
you're
it
actually
record?
looking through the missile, and when it shoots out, it takes 7 frames a second. And so if there's like a line of tanks coming that are identical,
Uh-huh.
you could have trouble with that. It could switch tanks on you, but still, when it's blowing a tank,
You're gonna get
blowing
a tank,
up
yeah.
exactly. So, but it takes the silhouette of your target
Right.
and it follows that silhouette with that 7 frames a second.
Oh, you brought a muzzleloader you were talking about.
I did. It's a 50 cal double barrel muzzleloader.
A double barrel muzzleloader. I don't think I've ever seen one of those. Oh, wow. This is an oldie.
Yeah, and it's got some nice artwork on it too, engraving.
Yeah.
Where'd you
Is
get
it
that?
percussion?
My grandfather that's dead, actually, I inherited it, I guess.
You unloaded this, right?
Yes. No. I'm afraid to shoot the thing. I don't know if it'll happen if I shoot it.
What's the rule, Zeke? Check it.
How the hell you
Look
check
down the
this
barrel.
thing?
Look down the barrel and pull the trigger and see if anything happens.
There
No,
we
I'm just
go.
kidding.
No, I cocked the hammer back, and
No,
it's
that's-
such an old version. I was like, oh,
There's a
crap, I don't
safety.
know how to do
You pull it
it.
half back for a safety and then full back to cock it.
So that's half?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And there's 2 triggers for it.
What brand is that?
Honestly,
the
I have
manufacturer of
looked
that?
and looked.
You haven't been
Who's the JM, do you know?
That
There's a
my
JM carved in the
It
butt
came
stock.
from he was a Civil War collector, and I also have a 45 muzzleloader that he got similar to it. Y'all are more than welcome to put that on.
Let's take a shot at it.
There is no writing on it anywhere.
At all. I have looked and looked. I just figured I'd bring it in to show you guys because it's pretty cool looking.
It's amazing. I mean, you need to get this thing appraised because, I mean, it almost looks like some blacksmith somewhere
Got
back
bored.
in the 1800s, whatever, got bored and made it.
I mean, it's pretty neat. It was hung on the wall for the past 20 years or so. Like I said, that's why I'm kind of like, if I want to shoot it or not.
I wouldn't until you like get it really checked out and then maybe even appraised.
And then watch the barrel blow up.
Yeah, exactly.
That barrel's not
thing's
going to
cool.
blow up. That thing's in great shape.
There is no writing.
I'm telling you,
anywhere.
I've looked everywhere.
It doesn't
And then-
break down at all, does it?
But what's really cool around the trigger guard, you could tell there was some old, what the hell is it called?
Engraving?
Engraving work done. That
No,
it's
even
worn
on the
down.
even on the
Even
side.
stock, yeah.
Even on the side.
It's worn
I
down.
mean, that was
on
one
there.
of those high dollar. It's kind of like those Berettas that are $100,000. Beretta shotguns. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's got some intricate. I mean, even on the. I think it had some back here on the butt stock
Yeah, it's
too,
got
doesn't
some
it?
there.
There's a little crack in the stock of it. But I mean,
That is a gun that was used.
definitely.
That's nice. I like that.
I just figured you guys like it, so I brought it in.
Yeah, get that sucker
pretty.
checked out. That is cool. And I'm assuming it's
If I find out who
percussion.
makes it, though, I'll let you know so y'all can add that
Of course,
to it.
that's been added on after. You can tell
Yeah.
those things have been.
I bet it kicks like a mule, though.
I'm sure it does.
50 cal double barrel.
Yeah.
Shoot. Release both those at the same time.
Muzzle loader.
That would be sweet. So, what's our fact to fight the myth?
This one, I thought of this while you're on the pisser. Yes, you can still.
You can go home with a javelin launcher
Missile encasement.
minus the
Minus the clue.
clue.
I
Command
don't
launcher.
know if I'm gonna-
Inspector Clouseau.
I don't know if I want to make this a fact to fight the myth, but I do want to discuss it.
What is it?
So today or yesterday, one of the two, it came out the current administration. We don't like to say his name on the show.
Okay.
The current administration has put more sanctions on Russia on banning the import of Segas and other Russian Kalashnikov rifles.
Oh, did you see? By the way, quick. Today, I mean, there was breaking news while we were working out. There was a Malaysian airline that was
Another one.
it either crashed. They said crashed. I mean, it's probably blown out of the sky over the Russian border.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like a passenger.
passenger airliner.
Oh,
yeah.
crap. Well, the sanctions were put on, and it's kind of it's a tough line because I don't want to defend the administration whatsoever at all. But back to, media reporting things right. It's sanctions on Russia. We can still get Hungarian. We can still get Yugoslavian. We can still get any of the other AKs and that come in. We just can't get Russian AKs
Now,
and Sega rifles.
It was a proposed sanction. They haven't actually.
no, it went through last night or today.
Well, I was
Right
reading. I was reading this morning that it was a proposed sanction,
Let's see.
What about the ones that
and
everyone
we're
else
saying
already
this
has,
morning
though?
today is July the 17th.
17th?
Yeah.
Is that going to make a ban on all the ones that people already own?
Well,
Well, it depends what they're going to put sanctions on.
Well, that's what I heard. The proposed part was ban on the ones that are here to be sold.
So it's just
I heard-
firearms.
Yeah. Well, they already sanctioned the ammo. What? 3 months ago, something like
Yeah.
that.
Because the article I was reading was just sanctions, and they weren't specifying what was going to be.
Well, these are part of them.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, obviously, that's going to be the first thing that they're going to do is firearms.
The
and
reason
ammunition.
why I want to kind of bring it up, and like I said, this is not defending anyone, but this is back to stuff we talked about last year. When we go to argue our point, we don't need to be throwing out stuff that isn't actually what's happening. So we don't need to be going, oh, they're banning AKs. No, that's not what's happened. They put a sanction, just so happens those AKs fall on it. Am I saying that this might turn into sanctions on other countries that import AKs? I don't know. That could be.
Well, they've already done that. That ammunition, the 5?
Yeah, that was part of the Russian sanctions from 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, during the whole.
What was the caliber? It's 5.45 by 3.9.
Yeah,
Edit
well,
that
any
out.
steel core, any
know
steel
what it
core ammo that they were importing. That's what. It was.
No, because you could get that crap really cheap.
Yeah.
Just something else for somebody to strap to themselves and walk around in
And
public.
edit out where I said crap, because a lot of people use that.
Breaking news. Here we go. GunSaveLives.net. Stricter sanctions. So they made stricter sanctions against Russia over the situation in the Ukraine. The administration has banned the import of Sega, Ishmash, and Kalashnikov firearms in the United States.
Really?
This is from the Treasury website.
Would an SKS be in that category? Or
If it's made by one of those manufacturers?
If it's Russian, yeah. It's basically, these are sanctions on Russia saying, quit doing what you're doing in Ukraine. These aren't, and it's more than just the rifles. It's anything. I mean, if it's like Cuba, if it's cigars,
Shirt.
serious question,
shirts.
is Ukraine, did they
they
finally
make
vote to be
shirts
part of
over
Russia,
there, but-
or is they?
I don't know. I can't find anything.
Because I
on
know
that.
my Ukrainian foreign exchange student I had back in the day, he said, well, excuse me, not back in the day, because you guys, it's a hop, skip, and away. But,
Oh wow! Here's where the proposed. If you're a dealer that has inventory of these products that is not outright owned by you, example, you have it on credit or consignment, you might have a problem, and they may be dealing with that.
They can give it away.
If you currently own a Kalashnikov or Ishmash Sega
They can't
firearm, then
ban people who already own
No, that's
this
what I was about to
stuff.
say. Is you're free to continue holding it and transfer it or sell it.
it's going to make it a rare
They better.
gun,
Right. But that's what it says. It says, but if I was you, I'd hold on to it.
Yeah.
Because that price
gonna
is
go
About
going
10
to
years,
skyrocket.
it's going to shoot through the ceiling.
Yep.
Or about 6 months, actually.
Yeah.
So we need to go and buy up all the Kalashnikovs and Segas for real, because
Time
Segas
to
are
make
all over the
trades.
place.
Well, only Russian coming out of Russia. And I think Sega is a Russian company, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
I don't know if they've got any.
But here's the official entities that have been
Locations or not.
added to OFAC's SDN list. Kalashnikov Concern, a.k.a. Concern Kalashnikov. Ishevsky. Ishevsky Machine. Yeah, something.
But still,
Ishmash R&D, Ishmash, MPO Ishmash,
Ishmash?
OJSC Concern Kalashnikov.
I think you're just making stuff up now.
So I'm
Sounds
reading.
like it.
I'm reading from a website, the Treasury website. Scientific Progression Joint Stock
They're
Company.
always right.
I don't know. It's one of those things where we just got to be careful how we use that in our arguments. That's all. No big deal. Yes, big deal.
they're well guns, though. I'm not going to lie. I'll give them that.
They're what?
The Sand rifle. it's a really good gun. Like,
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
the
obviously
Glock
got
of
a
rifles.
history.
Yeah. I mean,
It's built a reputation.
No.
I mean,
I saw a post that FX.
But you know what's not sanctioned?
I wasn't talking. No big deal.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I saw a post that FX Hummel posted because he's at Camden right now taking all those classes.
Who?
The guy that sings the gun songs on YouTube has the mohawk.
The Australian guy?
No. We had this exact same conversation on the phone, and you said the exact same thing.
At least I'm consistent.
Yes, you are. Very. But anyways, he said that out of a week of fighting rifle in Camden, all of the ARs had malfunctioned. None of the AKs had malfunctioned yet. I was like, wow, impressive.
I found a PKM.
Uh-huh.
We found a cascade. Well, like a giant cascade of like.
What do you mean you found one?
As in, they gave us a grid. Like, hey, we think something's here in this
Oh,
location.
when you were. Oh,
Yeah, when
okay.
I was overseas.
Okay.
And we walked around for like 2 hours, and like the course, the grid they gave us was like 5 miles away from the grid that we actually found the
Yeah.
shit. But brand new PKM,
Wow.
like brand new. Like it looked like somebody like sanded it down and refinished the stock. That's how brand new it was. But they wrap them in tire, like the
What?
insulation of a tire on a tractor. They take like tractor tires,
Yeah.
and they actually slice them and wrap them and just drop it down inside it, and then just like tape them shut.
Wow.
And sand still gets in them, but of course that gun never jams.
Yeah, you can
And that's
still
that's
fire
why
it.
I said like you can that
That's
gun is
crazy.
amazing.
But you guys can't bring those home with you, can you?
no,
anymore.
No.
Well, some people.
No,
don't
we
know.
actually turn around and give those to the ANA, National Afghan Army. So,
Oh wow! Kind of like we did with Al Qaeda back
Yeah.
in the old days, and
or
we
the
see what
Soviet
they
Union,
did.
or when
Stockpile.
Afghanistan was.
All this
fighting
is
the
getting
Soviet
edited
Union.
out. I'm glad it's not live because the NSA would be like, "Oh, fuck them."
They're banned from iTunes.
Yeah, I would have like people sitting outside your house.
So you were. Hang on.
What is
Did you
that?
give Groupie Gabe my number?
No.
Who gave you my number?
Hello?
Who gave you my number?
Hey, is this not the Pizza Palace?
Good try.
We got Groupie Gabe on the phone.
Yeah. Who?
Oh man, it's Talking Lead. What's going on? I didn't know your number.
Yeah.
He just randomly shows up.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, what are you guys doing?
Well, ironically enough, we're talking to a fellow jarhead of yours, and we were talking
Tanner.
Tanner.
Is this the part where I chime in?
AKA Brain Dead.
Huh?
Semper Fi, man.
Oh, you guys are recording. I didn't know you guys were doing the show, man. That's crazy.
And you know
I was
what's
trying to call the Pizza Palace.
We're recording it live.
What's jacked up is we're recording earlier, and you still figured that out. I'm gonna have somebody come search my house for bugs.
Just gotta be.
I don't know what you're talking about,
I
man.
think he's surveilling
seriously, I thought I was calling
studio.
the pizza place. I was hungry, and
Uh-huh.
I said, "Man, I'm gonna get a pizza." This is just fortuitous, is what it is. man.
Fortuitous.
$5 word of the day.
Or f***ing ironic.
That'll work too. So
Well, we're talking about some dirt that maybe you and our guest may have chewed together,
yeah.
or some
Yeah.
sand.
Where were you in 2011?
In 2011, I was in Afghanistan. What's that?
What part of Afghanistan?
RC East.
RC East. Okay, give me a Providence, man. Sorry. I was in Helmand, Providence, Marja.
Coast, however you want to say it.
Oh, that's that funny word. I can't say that. Okay, I was there in 2011. That's why we were asking. We were sitting there talking about it, and
Yeah.
you got brought up.
I think maybe you guys might have been in the same area.
No. It's,
Yeah, no, he was. If he was in Helmand, he was down south of me.
Oh, okay.
Is that where they
I
make
was
the
way
mayonnaise?
down south of him. What are you talking about?
Hellman? You were in Hellman's?
I was in Helmand, Providence. Yeah,
where
way
they make
south
the
of
mayonnaise.
him. I
I'm
love
never
it.
eating Hellman's mayonnaise again. Boycott Hellman's. Just
that.
kidding, Hellman's. Just
Communists.
kidding. If
Yeah,
you
man,
ever
I
want to
was,
sponsor us, Hellman's, you're welcome.
Tanner was an anti-tank gunner. A
Anti-tank
missileman.
missile.
Oh, cool.
Missileman, sorry.
What was your MOS?
I was a 5811. I was a MP.
A Pogue. Okay, got it.
Which is what you said you were, right?
No,
No.
I'm a grunt.
Oh.
He's a grunt, man.
We were waiting for
Yeah,
you to
he's a
call
guy-
him that.
He's a guy we locked up all the time.
Yeah, I was the one that actually probably locked up a few buddies of mine. I'm not gonna lie. You at Lejeune or at Pendleton?
I was in Pendleton.
Hollywood, man. What's up? You
Hey,
got a
man,
nice little
my time-
tan
my
line
time-
with the
my time
sunglasses.
surfing, having a good old time out in
Hey, bro,
California.
sounds amazing.
Yeah.
All I gotta say
They
is
were like, hey, you wanna
Lejeune.
go-
It's way too humid.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you guys want to go run the beach? And we're like, oh, bro, can we take our boards?
Is that where you did your school? Was over there, or did you like go somewhere to a Pogue colony?
I did school down in the toxic base of Fort McClellan, which
Oh,
I found
no
out
shit.
apparently it was like one of the most toxic bases in the nation, and I was drinking that water for 6 months.
Really? That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
how
that
you
just
always
came out.
know where we are. You get like some kind of radioactive superpower.
Man, I didn't even know you guys were recording. I was actually,
He's mutant now.
I had no idea.
That's awesome.
Good instincts, right?
I don't know, man. Well, I'm telling you, I was hungry, and this is a story I'm sticking to. And I was like, man, I need a pizza. And so I typed in Pizza Palace, and your number popped up. It's just, I mean, call it
Ironic.
Call it Jesus, call it what you want, man.
I need to start a pizza business and
He
just kind of
calls
take care of
y'all.
the
I go
business.
south of him. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a crazy life.
That's right. That's right.
You went south of him.
So,
That's what I was south of him. I was in Hellman. He was up north.
Oh, well.
That's what I
so
said.
the
No
way
pun.
I see it is somebody owes me a pizza right now.
Left hand, go deliver a pizza to Groupie Gabe.
I'll take care of you, brother. I got you back. I got you, belly.
I got a bone to pick with you anyway, man.
What? What'd I do now?
Over there, I mean, you're over there pulling some Chinese spy shit when I'm online, sitting there trying to listen to my game strategies. You know, when I'm out there being super tactical on Call of Duty.
Hey, listen, I'm just trying to make y'all better. I'm just trying to make you a better gamer. Come on.
Dude, you must be a Marine.
And
You
then
sound
this
like
guy
one.
jumps on the opposite team, and starts going against us while he's in our group listening to what we're doing.
But I wasn't giving your secrets away to anybody else. It was just me.
Yeah, but you were helping your team, right?
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, what were you using the secrets for?
I sacrificed myself. I let them kill me.
He died a lot.
I died a whole lot.
True American hero.
But what was so funny was they were giving away their positions. I was listening in, and I was picking them off as they were coming along. And they were like, what the f***? How's this guy know where we are? This is some bullshit. He's modded. That motherfucker's modded.
They were all butthurt, man.
And I was laughing my ass off.
I'm the one that goes camping in the corner.
So I felt sorry for him, so I ran out and I sacrificed. Because I don't give a shit about my KD ratio.
Now you know that's
What the hell is a KD ratio?
Kill death
kill to
ratio.
death ratio.
I don't play the game.
We've really gone that deep, haven't we?
You know that like that's how infantry Marines train, right?
Call of Duty?
Call of Duty all day, every day.
Really?
Yeah, dude, you have no idea. It's like morning formation, 4:00 because we're stupid, and then because we're all hammered, and we're like, hey, let's show up to a square box, stand in a circle, masturbate. No, I'm just kidding. So like, and then it's like go PT. So everybody goes and plays Call of Duty all day. Hey, come
Every
downstairs
day.
for a minute. Cool. Go play Call of Duty, and that's how Marines train nowadays.
Wow.
So people want to know what goes
that's
on.
it.
See, that's what Marines do. That's how we train.
What
That's how we get
sucks is
ready.
when you get a
Yeah.
lag.
He's out there and
I bet there's a lot of lag in Afghanistan.
See that? Yes, in Afghanistan, you turn a corner, you're like, I turned the same corner
It's like, I
9
pulled
times.
the
before I could-
trigger. He should be dead.
I can't tell you how many times I heard one of them Taliban guys scream, "Those damn noob tubers!"
Maneuvers.
Noob. You're out in a real firefight.
It's a whole new meaning of being a boot, man.
Yeah, they're screaming,
Camper.
they're screaming at you for camping. You know,
I love when you get like an active duty Marine to call like some kid that's like 12 in California. They call him a boot on the phone. Like, you don't know anything, you stupid boot. Like, what?
Did they scream at you like your guns are modded?
You modded controllers.
He's got a
You have a
modded
tactical
gun.
advantage. No, we don't.
He's got a lag switch.
man, it's out of control. I just get on that game anyway, and I just yell camper every time anyway, just to yell at people. They're all crazy.
Does that game pop up like when you like try to go get tacos or something? Because I mean, you call us for pizza.
You start at the end of every match. I always go freaking campers. People just go
That
nuts.
guy was camping. He's modded.
Well, Gabe, we'll have a pizza sent to your house. Are you
Yeah.
in a house yet? Because I know you were like on the streets for a while. You know, in a Pinto.
You know, I know a really good real estate agent.
I found a camper that was unattended, and it hooked up to my truck perfectly.
Okay.
And so I've been
Perfect.
pulling that around.
Possession is 9/10 of the
perfect.
law.
But yeah, I mean, it was free as far as I could tell because there wasn't a sign on it or nothing.
As far as I can
and
tell.
it was just sitting there. So
That'd work.
So you just
Yeah.
put a new tire on it or something? Is that what?
what's that?
You just threw some new tires on it because they were flat sitting on the side of the road?
No, it was kind of parked off in somebody's driveway, but they didn't look like they were needing it or using it, so I just borrowed it for a while.
But it was on the government right away, so that made it not on their property.
I just claimed
20 foot
squatters'
setback.
rights on it.
Squatters' rights.
Yeah.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later. Appreciate it.
All right, guys.
Good luck acquiring more items.
All right, Tanner, we'll see you.
It was nice meeting you, bro.
All right, bye.
Good old Gabe.
He sounds nice.
He's a
Pizza.
good guy. good.
I was trying to call them a boot and stuff because like pogues get really offended when they like hear when they get called them pogues and stuff. Like they hate like person other than the grunt. That's what pogue stands for.
I think he's called himself a pogue before.
Yeah, because like if you're not infantry, we're like pogue, boot, pogue. You know, like if you don't have 9 ribbons by the time you're 2 years, then you're boot. You know, like that's just how it works, man.
So, is there anything else you want to talk about? Well, we didn't talk about tanks.
Not whatsoever.
Not one fucking bit did we talk
if
about
y'all
tanks.
ever need me to come back and explain tanks to you.
So our original plans were, with Tanner, we were going to talk about tanks. Obviously, that didn't happen today. We got a little squirrel.
A squirrel. That never happens.
Shiny object.
It never happens on
I
the show.
apologize because this show is always very focused and never strays from the subject.
Never.
Yeah.
You guys.
So we're going to have Tanner back on,
MD,
and I promise we're going to talk tanks.
It's actually a conspiracy. If
It's a conspiracy,
yes,
man.
if we like the guest and we want to have him back again, we don't let him talk about the subject they were going to talk about, and we go squirrely.
All right. So that way you got to come back.
But if we are on track the entire time, we probably don't want that guest back.
Don't ever show your face again.
See, it gives us an excuse. Oh, you got to come back talk about tanks. So, yeah.
Darn it, G. Willikers Batman.
So
he just made a
Batman reference.
Batman
I'm
reference.
impressed.
Yeah.
We're comic guys.
Oh no shit!
Yeah,
Cool.
We're nerds.
Let's put it
He's like,
frankly.
wow, you're weird, but cool.
Let's put it frank here.
And your departing gift today is a signed
Rob Hunter autograph.
Rob Hunter autographed Green Lantern comic book.
So we'd like to thank our sponsors.
Love you, Rob Hunter.
Oh, this takes
Seriously.
a while, doesn't it?
We're giving away an AR.
That's right. We forgot to talk about it at the beginning. I think we've got a 7th entry now. Last week we talked about having 6 entries. But you have a chance to win a Two Bets Arms Bravo rifle. It's their AR. It's about a $1,200 rifle. All you got to do is go to 1776united.com, get you a Talking Lead T-shirt, and send us a picture. Send us a picture of the coolest, funniest, craziest, whatever you want to do. The most recent one,
The goat.
yeah. The most recent one we got was a guy in the military, and he's ripping open his BDUs, ABUs, whatever. Camis, yeah. See, Air Force is ABUs. So.
Blouse, whatever you want.
Why did we have the up names for y'all? All had BDUs, and Air Force was like
We
ABU.
also call them tampons, but it's cool.
No, I'm just kidding, man.
My tampon battle uniform.
Maxi Flow.
TBUs.
People
Anyways,
hate me. I'm not gonna lie.
so we had a guy from the military. He was ripping open his camo, and he had a Talking Lead shirt on, but there was a huge projectile gun flying over his head. Not the gun, the projectile from the gun flying over his head. That would have been an instant win if the gun was flying over his head.
Superman.
But yeah, so we've got 7 entries in. You've got a really good chance to win that rifle. Not to mention there's 5 places with ammo and hats and shirts and all kinds of different things that you can win. But first place is the rifle, and then all the other stuff too. So make sure you go to 1776united.com, get you a Talking Lead shirt. When you submit that on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, make sure you put hashtag Talking Lead T-shirt, because we can't find it unless you say hashtag Talking Lead T-shirt in the post. So
don't blame us if you submit it and we don't find it.
Because we can't find it unless
And
you do
speaking of 1776 United, we've got a new T-shirt.
yes, we do.
That's
New
been
collaboration
posted.
T-shirt. It is the OAF T-shirt, which most people know stands for Operator as and he.
I think of something else when you say that.
OAF.
OEF.
OEF. It's OAF.
Oh, okay.
Our guest just lowered his head because, as he knows, he probably has seen lots of civilians going around. I'm an operator. Well, this shirt makes fun of it. It says "Hardcore Operator" on it, and it's got a picture of the game Operation.
The little pudgy guy with the big red nose that's got all the little holes in him.
Except we put the holes. We put like frag grenade and
There's like tactical stuff
yeah.
it's cool.
Range
Completely
snack.
insulting if you were fragged.
Go to
in any war. No, I'm just kidding.
1776united.com.
and get the OAF T-shirt, which is hilarious.
But for the contest, you got to get Talking Lead T-shirt.
Yeah, it's got to be a Talking Lead T-shirt for the
Yeah,
contest.
absolutely.
I'd like to thank our sponsors, ICE Training, ICEtraining.us,
America.
Obviously, 1776 United,
1776.
76united.com.
By the way, 1775 was the day the Marine Corps came alive.
1775.
Nice. The year before.
Sorry, man. That was like such a big thing.
Maybe you should start a t-shirt company.
A sock company.
Called
No, that's seriously,
1775
socks.
10 Tavern,
Socks.
Philadelphia. That was the year the Marine Corps was invented, by the way. In case
Nice.
everybody was wondering.
Yeah. we
Non-military members.
Next week's the history show.
Stand by.
We've got Savoy Leather, spelt Savoy, SAVOY leather.com. Enter the code Talking Lead for a discount there. Jeremiah keeps stepping up his game every single time I see him post something. He put the Dios de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead
Yeah.
skulls. He did one on a holster, and it is amazing.
Jeremiah, you know I love skulls.
Yeah.
So-
I like that one.
Come on, dude.
Can2burnerdesigns.com. Dax Bruner and his badass bullet pins.
Just got this. Was it the stealth?
The what?
Did he send us the stealth one? Is that what it was?
No, the ghost pin.
The ghost pin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
ghost pin's
carbon fiber
awesome.
backing with
Yeah.
the black 308 casing front. It was nice.
And speaking of that pin, Holder and Green Professional Real Estate Services, HG Press, just signed 2 closings with that pin.
Really, they did?
Yeah.
So you let them borrow it?
That wasn't in my closing.
I share the love.
Nice.
That wasn't
No,
in
you
my
didn't.
closing.
You didn't use it
should
on
have
your
brought it,
closing.
dude. I'd have signed the shit out of it.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It was being used by someone else at the time,
Yeah.
but
well.
we're spreading the love.
Nice.
HG
That's the
Press
50, right?
for all your real estate, Middle Tennessee real estate needs. 1-800-615-1840, extension pew 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 pew.
And 2222. Also, All or Nothing Tattoo Studios, allornothingtattoo.com, and their gun-friendly merchandise store, strangleholdmerch.com.
Stronghold merch. And we like to thank Ergo Grips for their support and their continued support in all our builds that we've done in the past and the ones we're doing in the future.
And our new sponsor that we announced last week, our bandwidth sponsor, is
Da-da-da!
Sonoran Desert Institute.
SDI. Like to thank those guys. We've got some really cool stuff coming up that we're going to be doing with
Yep.
them, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and if you want to get your gunsmithing certification, they specialize in vets, but they also deal with civilians, everybody else. Just go to sdi.edu. Also, the gun build kits that they're going through TDS Guns.
Y'all are doing that, right?
Yep. Ask
sir.
for the Talking Lead kit to get a upgraded kit with the Elfman trigger and the longer forend and
The TDS 4N.
TDS forend. Yeah.
And you're going to also get a really cool muzzle brake, too.
Yep. And as always, left hand. Oh wait. Thanks, man.
Tanner, we appreciate you being on the show, brother.
Yeah, thanks, guys, for having
We're
me.
going to have you back, and we will talk about tanks.
Yes.
Bastards. Suck me into this.
Sabotage.
And as always, left hand. Keep your loved ones close.
And your firearms closer.